got real good leverage at the end of the fight. He had so much leverage in his punches.
Slightly had the edge when it comes to technicality, Indian fighter. This is another very interesting fight. Mongolian took on another Central Asian country. You can clearly see when, you know, two Central Asian countries fighting against each other, the intensity, energy levels totally different.
This one was won on a unanimous decision, Damika. The Kazakhs, I think he was from Kyrgyzstan, and he put on a great performance there, and he stopped the Mongolian every time he tried to come in. He stopped him.
I've been taking a look at those who are move on to the semi-final rounds. This is Turkmenistan taking on Kazakhstan. Another very interesting bout.
It was a knockout victory, Damika's third round. It was a really great performance.
Very efficient performer. Kazakhstan, we've spoken about it. Such a strong nation when it comes to boxing, isn't it? Their system, their fighters kept coming and kept delivering. We hardly found anyone from Kazakhstan, you know, fail to register a win.
That's true. One of the fighters who lost from their team was from a Sri Lankan, and I recall on the first day also they had one loss. Besides that, everyone else took a victory.
There you go, keeping a keen eye on the proceedings. Whichever the case, the lineup for the second round for semi-finals. There you go. Right from the start.
And we finish off.
Time for ladies.
Versus Saudi Arabia, and Indian gets the victory. 3 rounds for boxing, unanimous decision. And as we recall, the Saudi Arabian she tried, and she kept coming forward. She kept resisting, but the Indian was technical, and her timing was pressed till the end of the fight.
Go to Indians, reaching the final round. Busy match for the day. Together, about you can see 4 Sri Lankans, 5 Sri Lankans. They shot. Use it as well. From the so it was an exciting boxing fans, no doubt. There you go, Yoganathan Kajinti.
On demand entertainment. ආදරය සෙනෙහස සොයා යන පවුලේ සැමට එකට සිට නැරඹිය හැකි චිත්‍රපටයක්. වසරේ අත්හළ නොහැකි සිනමා නිර්මාණය.
බොක්සින් තරගාවලිය ශ්‍රී ලංකාවට දිනා ගැනීමම නැත්නම් එහි සත්කාරකත්වයේ හිමි කර ගැනීමම අතිශය විශාල ජයග්‍රහණයක් බවට පත් වුණා. ඒ සත්කාරකත්වයේ හිමි කර ගනිමින් මේ වුණට අතිශය සාර්ථක තරගමාලාවක් පවත්වමින් තිබෙන්නේ ශ්‍රී ලංකා බොක්සින් සම්මේලනයේ පූර්ණ අධීක්ෂණීය සහ සංවිධාන ශක්තියත් එක්ක. එහි සභාපති අනුරුද්ධ චානක කියන්නේ කොහොමද
ටූර්නමන්ට් එකේ කන්සෙප්ට් එක වෙනස් කරා. ඒ කියන්නේ අපිට හැමදාම ඇතුලේ තියලා බොක්සින් ගහලා හරියන්නේ නැහැ. ඒකින්ද මම ඉස්සල්ලාම නිගම්බෝ බීච් එකට අරන් ගියා. එතෙන්දී අපි දවස් 3ක ටූර්නමන්ට් එක තිබ්බා. ඊට පස්සේ කැන්ඩි සහස් වෙනට අරන් ගියා. ඊට මාස දෙකකට පස්සේ ඊට පස්සේ කොළඹ ගෝල් පේස් එකට අරන් ගියා. මේ කැන්ඩි සහ කොළඹ කියන මේ ටූර්නමන්ට් දෙකම ඒෂියන් බොක්සින් එකෙන් නියෝජිතයෙක් ඇවිල්ලා බැලුවා. බලලා අපිට මේ ඕගනයිස් කරන්න පුළුවන්ද, අපේ හැකියාව තියෙනවද කියලා ඉවරලා තමයි අපිට ඒෂියන් බොක්සින් එකේ සභාපතිතුමා අපිට මේක ලබා දුන්නේ. මම හිතන්නේ අවුරුදු 54 පස්සේ ගත්ත ජයග්‍රහණයක් මේක. ඒෂියන් බොක්සින් ටූර්නමන්ට් එකක් කියන එක පොඩි දෙයක් නෙමෙයි. දැන්ටම ඇත්තටම කිව්ව රටවල් 23ක් ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. අපිට 28ක් එන්න තිබ්බා. තව පොඩි අඩුකාව හින්දා ඒකට එන්න බැරි වුණා. අන්න ඒකත් එක්ක දැන් රටවල් 23ක් එක්ක මේ ටූර්නමන්ට් එක කිරීමේ හැකියාව අපිට ලබා ගන්න පුළුවන් වුණා. ඒක තමයි අපි ඉස්සල්ලාම අවුරුදු 57කට පස්සේ ලැබු ලොකුම ජයග්‍රහණය.
දැන් ඒ වගේම අන්තර්ජාතික බොක්සින් සම්මේලනයේ නියෝජිතයින් විශේෂයෙන් මෙහි ප්‍රධාන විධායක නිලධාරීතුමා සහ ප්‍රධාන ලේකම් ධූරය දරන රොබර්ට්ස් මහත්මයාත් මේ වෙනකොට ලංකාවට ඇවිල්ලා තිනවා. ඒක ඊටත් වඩා ලොකු ජයග්‍රහණයක් විශේෂයෙන් මේ වගේ තරඟාවලියකට ඒ වගේ සහභාගීත්වයක් සහ අධීක්ෂණයක් ලැබීම. අපි මේ පිළිබඳව සිහිපත් කරමු.
ඇත්තටම මිස් රොබර්ට් එතුමා මගේ ආරාධනාවට තමයි ආවේ. මං කිව්වා එන්න ලංකාවේ මේ ටූර්නමන්ට් එක බලන්න. එයා මගේ එක පිළිගත්තා. මොකද එයා මාත් එක්ක තියෙන රිලේෂන්ෂිප් එකකින් ඉඳලා මං හිතන්නේ එතුමාගේ මේ ලංකාවට ආගමනයත් එක්කම එතුමාගේ මේ පැමිණීමත් එක්කම මං හිතන්නේ ඊළඟ අවුරුද්දේ අපිට වර්ල්ඩ් ටූර්නමන්ට් එකකට යන්න පුළුවන් හැකියාව තියෙයි. අපි ඒක බලමු මොකද්ද වෙන්නේ කියලා. එතුමා දෙනවා මෙතෙන්ද. එතුමා ආපු එකෙන් අපිට ඇත්තටම මෙහෙම දෙයක් හම්බුණා. අපේ මේ ටූර්නමන්ට් එක ජයග්‍රහණය කරන ජයග්‍රාහකයන්ට තෑගි ප්‍රදානයක් වෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ මුදල් තෑග්ගක් ලැබෙනවා. තුන්වෙනි ස්ථානට ලංකා මුදලින් බැලුවොත් 75000ක්, දෙවෙනි ස්ථානට 1,50,000ක්, පළවෙනි ස්ථානට 3,00,000ක්. ඒ වගේ ලොකු තෑගි මුදලක් හම්බ වෙනවා මේකේ ජයග්‍රහණය කරන සිළු දෙනාට මෙතුමාගේ පැමිණීමත් එක්කම.
දැන් විශේෂයෙන් තරඟාවලිය සංවිධානය කිරීම අතින් ගත්තට පස්සේ අපි ඇත්තටම මේ ගෙවුණු දවස් දෙක තුලත් ඉතාමත් සාර්ථක ගමනක් ආවා. අපි විශ්වාස කරනවා ඉදිරියේදීත් ඒක එහෙම වේවි කියලා. ඒ වගේම දැන් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවෙන් කණ්ඩායමක් හැටියට ක්‍රීඩකයන් 33 දෙනෙක් නියෝජනය කරන තරඟාවලිය. ඒකත් විශේෂ ජයග්‍රහණයක් අපිට අන්තර්ජාතික මට්ටමේ අත්දැකීම්.
MAKHKAMOV DOVUD under 67 kg. What do you think, Damika? This seems to be like a really anticipating fight.
Based on what we have seen, based on their training and physical shape, this should be a very, very close one. That's my feeling. Always Central Asians, bring out best to the table. So can't expect anything different. And this is 67 kg division, so stronger fighters.
Under welterweight, Dhammika, and these are some strong fighters. They got some firepower in their hands.
From time to time, we can hear the punches, you know, even though standing far away from the actual ring. We can still hear the sound of the punches, even though we are wearing those earphones. So it goes to tell you how much power these youngsters possesses. Just like that, day 3, bout 1. DOVUD taking on ALMAZ, wearing red.
Immediately you see Dhammika, Southpaw versus Orthodox. Blue, Southpaw, and red is Orthodox fighter.
You can immediately notice that both the fighters are very, very strong. Just by the physical appearance, we are about to find out how technically sound, how technically fluent these two fighters. Goes to the clinch and gets it out really nicely. DOVUD seems to be a little busier than the Kyrgyzstan fighter ALMAZ. Good work so far. It's been ideal, and I thought Kyrgyzstan fighter ALMAZ landed perfect right there.
Well, another thing I'm noticing is Red is calculating his distance and trying to close the gap against Blue. Defending himself, as you can see, keeping the jab and a good strong guard, putting the pressure on Blue. Oh, he scores it.
Perfect right there.
So he, as you can see, Red is just calculating that distance, Dhammika.
Both the boxers keeping their guard down. They're not too worried about, you know, flurry of punches coming at them. DOVUD, understandably, very keen on working the body, because upstairs ALMAZ keeping things really busy.
Break off the clinch. You see Red, he's holding his guard, and he's walking Blue back, putting the pressure on him. So this is very good for his scorecards, because the judges look out for effective aggression. They always look out for the fighter who is walking forward. And a great combination from Red again.
Well, as you can see, both the fighters not too keen on maintaining distance, you know, that space for you to assess, you know, doing whatever, whether in defense or in offense. The fighters, you know, fighting very close to each other, hardly any room, always inside the fire zone.
High-paced fight, Dhammika. High-paced fight. Ooh, that's the end of the first round. What do you think, Dhammika?
The technicality wasn't, you know, in presence, but both the boxers showcasing that they have plenty of power. If the openings are available, I'm sure both fighters are capable of delivering a knockout punch.
As you can see, Red pulling back and defending just inches away from a lot of punches, protecting the punches, protecting his body with the elbow punches, with his elbow when Blue tries to shoot to the body. You see that? He misses again. So right now I am giving the edge to Red, because he seems to have a little bit more control with his distance and combinations.
So we both right about, you know, mentioning this is not the most technical fight. You know, both the fighters, it seems, thrown the caution out of the window.
However, they are really technically sound. They have all the basics in because they come from a great boxing background. But sometimes when you meet a match, which we are seeing right now, it kind of breaks you off your pattern. You get what you understand, Amika? You see blue is trying to break red off his pattern as well as red is trying to break blue out of his pattern. So the best man wins.
Interesting fight, without a doubt. The time Dawud touches the body. Very keenly watching it, and that distance tucked too close. That's the only issue I can spot.
So blue swinging and missing, and great hit movement from red, and a couple of body shots in there with a strong guard. He's closing the gap, trying to get as close as he can to make it rough. He's making it rough for blue right now.
Quite clearly both the fighters, not very keen on providing enough room to the opposition, so both them getting close time and time again, just like that, going into the clinch, far to go from him. If I'm not mistaken, this is the third time. There you go. When you don't have that leverage, when you don't have that room, you can't really, get accurate punch away. It just jabs and, not making any damage.
Damika, you do notice that Red's game plan is just to push forward, cover that gap. He's an inside fighter. He likes getting dirty. Oh, and his body got caught with a good punch coming in. He needs to be careful, and blue is just trying to keep him behind.
Just as you mentioned, his strategy is pretty clear, keeping close distance, always inside the fire zone. It would be interesting to see how Dawud replies.
It seems to be like it's a strong amount of pressure that red is putting on blue right now. ALMAZ is taken to his corner to set his skinny up, and they begin again.
What matters? Your work rate. I thought ALMAZ to start up the fight got his work rate up, landed quite a few. Fantastic fight, a unanimous decision. Interestingly, we were hoping for, we thought of, thinking of a split decision, not to be. All come down to landing accuracy, whether it's to upstairs or to the body.
After the fifth bout of this session, we are going to have an official.
Other for a while, that over the top left was working for the Tajik's boxer Dawud, but that wasn't quite clearly enough. So the first bout done, clear winner, ALMAZ representing Kyrgyzstan.
And here we go, the second bout for the day. Malaysia versus Kazakhstan. Malaysia in red, Kazakhstan in blue.
Judge 2. Judge 3. Russia. Judge 4. Slovakia. Judge 5. Nepal. Judge 5. Sri Lanka.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 2 for the day, fighting from the red border, representing Malaysia, Muhammad Ali Anar.
from Kazakhstan.
Day 3, bout number 2, just about to start. BAKHTIYAR from Kazakhstan taking on Mohammad FARID, Malaysia. Malaysian in action for the first time. This should be an interesting one.
As you can see from the beginning of from the face-off itself, the man in blue has the bigger reach and the height advantage over red, and he's an orthodox fighter as well as the man in red is southpaw.
Malaysia over the years have produced fantastic boxers, very strong sport when it comes to Malaysians, such a passionate boxing followers, and I'm sure whoever qualified to this fight, whichever the results, representing the highest pedigree.
You know, Damika, from the beginning of the fight itself, I can see that the Kazakhstan fighter is really putting on the pressure in the beginning of it's a high pace for the Malaysian fighter. And it's really visible as the fight's going on.
That's exactly what Kazakhstani boxers were doing right throughout the tournament. In fact, you mentioned they've lost their boxers, in fact lost only 2 bouts, and one was against Sri Lanka, if I'm not mistaken, for keeping us all happy, as well as the fans watching this wonderful tournament. Malaysian trying to get himself busy, and BAKHTIYAR representing Kazakhstan, who's wearing a blue attire, seems to be dominating because he's constantly pressing forward. No doubt, no fear.
Pressure, Damika. Stepping forward, and as Red shoots, he steps back, or he moves his head to the side, but it's pressure here.
If you have a punching accuracy to go with it, that's not such a bad thing to do with it. There you go, trying to evade the punches, but he's kept coming, just keep coming.
Then that's a count, Damika. Like I said, it seems like this fight just might not go the distance with the amount of pressure that the Kazakh fighter is putting on the Malaysian fighter. It's a lot of pressure, Damika.
We are still in the first round. Mohammad FARID so far handling it, well enough. It'll be interesting to see how well he handles this pressure in the second and third round. Just might be, starting to take toll already. Just about 35 minutes remaining, 35 seconds in fact.
Kazakhstan fighter is stalking, and you can see it in his eyes. Oh, it looks like it's another count. And there you go, that's the second count in the first round itself.
What do you reckon? Another early finish to the day?
Yes, it seems like it will be not this round, but I think the next round, if the blue fighter gets another 2 more counts, referee will stop the fight.
No push.
No push. I've been praising the Malaysian, how strong their boxing are, but he was decimated right throughout the first round. It will be a very tough second round coming up for the Malaysian. Take a look at him. Hardly any tiredness in his face.
It looked like it was just another sparring round for him. He looks like he's in great shape, Damika Blue, the man in blue. And he has some great technicals in his side. Head movement, footwork, he's got it all. He's a real talent.
Yeah, that's the most impressive part. His landing accuracy. That's what kept the Malaysian at bay. Malaysian, there are moments he was trying to break free, but the constant pressure and accurate punching, proven too tough. But it'll be interesting to see if the Malaysian, change the complexion of this fight. But highly unlikely as he starts to move forward. BAKHTIYAR, remember the name, another fighter, title contender.
And stalking once again in the beginning of the second round. Oh, that's a hard hook he caught him with. And that's another hook inside. His landing percentage is high. The man in blue.
Just take a look at how calm he is. He's just another one landed upstairs.
Oh, he's going for it. The man in blue.
This could be another early finish to a bout. Mohammad Farid, it's been a struggle just about the midway through first round in fact. And during the second round, absolutely BAKHTIYAR pressing head. I was about to say it's like a meditation for him. He looked that calm.
And that head movement, Damika. He's just got great movement. He tucks his chin under the shoulder. He shoots this two with great leverage. And he's just technically.
He's on a mission. He's on a mission. Absolutely no doubt whatsoever. He could be any second.
Showing some great character, not hitting his opponent when he's down as well. So that's what takes you to be a great boxer. And no illegal punches, even though the referee didn't say stop. He showed his sportsmanship.
I can tell you, we are not too far away from a stoppage. We'll see. If a Malaysian can keep it up, he deserves so much of credit. That barrage of punches. My goodness.
He's looking tired, Damika Red, the man in red. He's looking tired and he's slowing down. And I don't think it's a good idea to slow down with this man in front of him from Kazakhstan. And he trips.
He pretty much did everything he wants. Evading punches, not an issue. Getting close, absolutely no problems. There you go.
Stop. Right.
Another left landed. Connected very, very swiftly. Some reprieve for Mohammad Farid. So that's the end of the second round. The fight clearly belongs to the Kazakh boxer. These are the highlights. I thought towards, last few seconds, Malaysian had a little bit of reprieve. Wasn't landing from the front of the glove. You need to land your punches with your knuckles. Those are the rules. Interesting third round coming up, Malaysian under the squash.
Second out.
Right. Head up. Clear the ring. Blue.
Third and final round.
Round 3.
Will it go to unanimous decision or will this fight end before it's time?
I was hoping the fight would be stopped during the second round itself, but credit goes to the Malaysian. Hold himself up really nicely, especially toward the latter part. If I'm not mistaken, he landed a couple of punches. There you go. Superb left hook. Another one landed upstairs, well connected.
Great movement from Blue. He just knows how to move his hips and his body with great leverage, with not much effort as well. Great timing from him as well, you watch.
I'm sure the rest of the fighters keeping a close eye on this man, BAKHTIYAR, in this weight class.
Break, both of you step
FARID
back.
hardly managed to test him. If you look at all 3 rounds, it's just about, few seconds that he had his moments. Other than that, the rest being... That's always good to see. Trying to reach upstairs and make few connections.
Stop. Red.
Halfway through the 3rd round, Malaysian still holding up. Whichever the case, if it doesn't finish inside the 3rd round, it will definitely be a unanimous decision. That's my call.
Oh, he caught him with a punch there. And I think he's looking for it. I think he smells the blood now, because you could see with the body language that Red kind of got hurt there. He got hurt. He's hurt.
He was in the same situation during the 2nd round, remember? Tenaciousness, how long he can hold. Minute and 2 seconds remaining, a minute now.
That was a great timed right hook from Blue. And he's just putting that pressure, he's countering and he's attacking, and it's a real struggle for Red, but he's showing heart, he's fighting on.
Head up, Red.
Both the fighters, excellent upper body strength.
Head up.
Just
Box.
BAKHTIYAR from Kazakhstan wearing blue. Now he is, a seasoned campaigner. That's what you call calm and composed. It's like, playing a game of football. Another one. Reaching. Likes to get close. So we were expecting the Malaysian to reach the end of the 3rd round. He did that.
Great.
Not going to change the outcome.
Great respect from the Malaysian as well. Wow. As the fight ended, he just showed his respect to the blue fighter, but that's great work from the Malaysian as well, but it was a one-sided fight and it goes to the scorecards.
Right throughout 3 days, probably the easiest decision for the
The winner
referees.
of this bout by unanimous decision, blue corner representing Kazakhstan, ANARBAYEV of Tran.
Excellent bout, 20-year-old from Kazakhstan, another very strong boxer.
Just at the age of 20 years old, what a great showman, great skill. Keep your eyes out for him for the welterweight division. And we have our next fight.
There will be a 30-minute break after 5th bout. Thank you, officials.
At the 3rd event for the day, now we have Sri Lanka versus the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
67 red.
Sri Lanka in red, Saudi Arabia blue.
Referee, Kyrgyzstan. Judge 1, Turkey. Judge 2, Croatia. Judge 3, Russia. Judge 4, Kazakhstan. Judge 5, Slovakia.
As usual, success. It was a devastating match, and Blue is flawless fighter. He's a ferocious fighter, actually. Just nailed the match.
Also, welcome the president of the ASBC, Mr. Aziz Gonzalo, into our midst as well.
Rodrigo, we have a Sri Lankan fighting now. One of the five fighters. He's the first one to walk in, representing motherland Sri Lanka.
This is the first match for the Sri Lankans today. I think it's going to be an interesting and fascinating match. Don't you think that?
Ishan, at just the age of 20, he looks like he's in good shape. And this bout is held under 67 kilograms.
Fighting from the blue corner, representing the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, ALQASSIMI ISMAIL.
Here he walks in, the man in blue, who stands in the way between the victory for our man from Sri Lanka. Both fighters looking like they're in good shape.
This is the official bout number 9 under weight category 67 kilogram. Representing JAYASINGHE, AMBARAPOLA, GEDARA, VIMARS, Hansona. And blue representing ALQASSIMI ISMAIL from Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Sri Lankan fighter looks furious fighter, as you see. Let's see what he's gonna do in this round, huh?
We are excited to watch and see how this goes out.
Yes, this is going to be an exciting match. Here we go for the first round.
Oh,
Ismail take the lead.
but I'm liking the guard that the man in red has, the Sri Lankan. He has a nice strong guard.
And VIMARS is taking that lead and he's maintaining distance and he's a quickie puncher. You can see that he's getting close and throws punches. Oh, that's a hard combination from Ismail to red. The blue fighter is kind of flawless fighter. His combination is he's studying the Sri Lankan fighter. But the way that Red is fighting is kind of, he's using his footworks and technicality. You can see his punches and hooks are kind of powerful fighter, isn't he?
That's a great guard from the man in Sri Lanka. He's holding a great guard, but here comes the pressure from the man in blue.
Both fighters are flawless fighters. They're fighting equally strength and equally talented fighters. You can see that his strength of between them and the way they fight. They don't take even a minute to take back a step. Both fighters just throws a punch non-stopably. It's a non-stop combination from blue to red. Red fighter is not showing some kind of punches, but he's guarding himself accurately. But the blue is doing some kind of nice head movement and hip movement.
He's doing some great combinations inside there. And it's getting the Sri Lankan a little bit off his game plan.
Blue fighter is not giving a chance to take a land or punch for him actually. He's taking a lead, huh?
Yes, he is, and there is a count.
I think this round is advantageous for the blue. He scores are marks, huh?
Red needs to make this a hard fight. He can't give blue the confidence to walk him.
The red fighter is
down.
kind of a powerful right-handed puncher. His right hand is jam is kind of ferocious. You can see that the way he guard and so much punch on the right hand side.
And that's the second count for the first round from the man in blue.
6, 7.
That must be extraordinary to Red to BAKHTIYAR actually.
It's the pressure, Rodrigo. Blue is putting an immense amount of pressure.
Yeah, as Blue is doing a great job from the very start. And those ones like brutality in those.
The combinations hard for Red from Sri Lanka to handle. So let's see what happens. So this is boxing. That was the first round. Maybe he can change his game plan and come back to make it harder. But I don't think the man in red is supposed to give the man in blue the chance to push him back. He needs to push him back.
Yes, that's for sure.
Because he's not doing well fighting backwards. You see, every time he goes back, he gets caught in the ropes and the man in blue catches him with some combination. So let's see. Amlasa is giving him some great instructions in the corner right now.
And that for sure, these second and third round can be do any kind of thing in this boxing match. First round can be made some scores, but second and third round can be game changing.
Come on, Sri Lanka.
He's going to do it.
Come on, let's go.
I like the way he guard himself and he's guarding and he keep his guard high. But the thing is, Blue is throwing non-stop punches. Blue is taking lead and he throws some kind of brutal punches, but it managed to avoid them. But the way that his flawless combination,
it's the combinations.
And the counter punches of the Blue throwing is kind of accurate. He's getting close to Red and he throws those punches. Blue is kind of a accurate fighter. You can see that he's studying the weak point of Red. Red body language is not kind of a good at this moment. You can see he's kind of stressed. I think that is pressure.
You know, Rodrigo, Red needs to get a clean punch that will hurt his opponent. If he needs to win this fight, Sri Lanka needs to get a knockout, depending on how it's going. Because technically it doesn't seem like he has a chance to win against Blue. So let's hope that he connects with a punch that would stop it.
Yeah, that's you're right. The technicality is that Saudi Arabian fighter is kind of in another level. At the level he has done kind of quick movements and nice punches.
There you go, another great 1-2 from Blue. And
But the thing is that Redis manages to avoid them, but he didn't throw some kind of punches right into the body and face. But he can throw some kind of body punches. Why don't he do them?
I think he's trying, Rodrigo, but I think Blue is serving to be a hard target.
Yes, you are right, you are right. The Red is always trying to reach his ribs and etc. things, but the things that Blue is managed to avoid them by taking leaning backwards steps and those steps. But the thing is that body language says a lot about it. But a Blue fighter is kind of calm and he's doing some kind of flowing fighter, like he just flows his throws, but Redis can't get rid of them. He's trying so hard.
And that's the end of the second round.
Both rounds are beneficial for Blue actually. He scores some kind of scores in this round.
Unfortunately, it looks like the Sri Lanka fighter is tired right now. And
he's exhausted that because he avoided those brutal punches from Blue. He did a great work in these 2 rounds.
It's the
See that
pressure from
nice
the
jam from him. That jam was quick. But that's a hard left hand hook from red to blow. But
it's the pressure, Rodrigo. The pressure from the man from Saudi Arabia in blue. His pace is draining the Sri Lankan fighter down. But I know that the Sri Lankan is not going to give an easy fight. I know he's going to fight his heart out.
that's for you sure, Ashad, that for sure. He didn't give his fight. He manages to avoid those punches and he managed to draw brutal punches. And did you see that previous left hand hook from him? It was brutal.
And the man in red from Sri Lanka is walking forward now. Oh, that was a good punch from the man in blue, from the man in red. He's turning it up. He's turning it up.
Now he got some energy from
Oh, that was another good punch from the man in red. Oh.
Red is taking the lead. He got that marks from this round. The counter punch from red to blue was devastating box.
Red needs to just push it up a little bit more, turn it up. He could get a good punch that could land and finish it all.
He was a good fighter, and in this round, he took the lead and he threw kind of brutal and accurate punches, isn't he? And he take the lead. That's what I like the most from him. Maybe the first and second round was his start, but this round he got that energy from that punch.
Oh, holding down and hitting from blue. And
That's a
punching.
brutal body shots from blue to red. Blue manages to throw some nice hooks right into the red's ribs.
Oh no, the referee takes a point off from red for dropping his head.
That jam was so much painful for the red to bear it. He looks fatigued at this moment, but his will to win make his stand off his feet and fight back.
Last 6 and men going at it. And you can see the man in blue keeps forward.
The red got slipped, but he's not going to give up. That's what I like the most about him. The thing with blue is that he's throwing manage the him. I mean, quick, the speed of him, rhythm, and way he's boxing is nice. Actually. Maybe Lankan box is good, but he brings some kind of passion in his style, right? Because the blue one is kind of a stylish box and he's got some nice footworks I like of him.
Last 10 seconds. Both men are looking tired. And that's the end of the third round.
In this round, both fighters got really tired, I think. Actually, fighting 3 rounds in this ring is kind of heavy. It made a great strength.
Great condition, yes. But the man, you could see it from the body language, the man in red seems to be exhausted right now. Drained off, and the man in blue is keeping his head high and his chest up. So the body language says it all, but great effort from the man, from both men. And let's see what the judges have to say. We go to the scorecards.
I guess that the blue has scored enough marks in the first and second round.
And the victory goes to the man in blue, a unanimous decision, 5-0. Great effort from the man in red for stepping in and representing our country. We applaud him. Great effort once again.
He throws punches. Those landed right into the blue's face, but those are not enough because most of the time he guarding himself from those brutal punches from blue. See that left hand jam was brutal.
Bout number 10, 71 kilograms. Referee, Sri Lanka. Judge 1, New Zealand. Judge 2, Slovakia.
The end of the round, that Sri Lankan fighter got that feeling of tiredness actually, but he gave a good round in third round.
Fighting from the red corner, representing the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, ISSA
And here we go. It's the fourth bout for the evening. Kingdom of Saudi Arabia versus Tajikistan, and the man in red boxing ISSA MAJED. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
And he's seems kind of as his physique is in a good level, and that defense is good.
Red walking in from Tajikistan. Ashuraliev, MURODJON.
This is the official bout number 10. Underweight category 71 kilogram. Red representing ISSA MAJED from Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and blue representing Ashuraliev from Tajikistan.
It's a light middleweight bout.
This is going to be a heavy match. You can see that under 71 kilogram fight, and must be filled with some brutal punches and heavy punches, right?
Both fighters are looking big and strong. Ooh, the eyes on both men. They're looking like they're ready. Rodrigo.
Who's gonna take the lead? Oh, blue took the lead, and red is kind of distansive fighter. You can see that he maintained the distance, and he's known as a quick jam.
Look at the build on these these guys. They're built lean and strong. Any punch can finish the fight.
Oh, that's a right arm hook from blue to red. Blue one is kind of throwing nice punches, but it is kind of his footwork makes him safe in here.
Blue is putting the pressure on Rodrigo, walking forward.
Yeah, blue is really like you. He throws and he takes the lead, but red fighter he's managed that pressure, man. But the thing with blue fighter is he's kind of quick punch, and he throws punches, combinations.
He's got great movement and great footwork. Good footwork, Rodrigo. His feet are very elusive, quick, agile.
And the thing with blue fighters, he's controlling the momentum in this fight, in this round. The red boxer is kind of trying to reach his body, but the blue one is not letting him come too close.
It's the pressure. It's the pressure from blue. He's not giving red any time to think.
That's a nice combination from blue to red.
Yes, a 1-2-1-2 straight punch. He's not giving red any time to think, Rodrigo. He's just looking for it. He's looking to finish the fight. Oh, that's a good body shot from blue.
Nice body shot from blue to red, and his left hand hook is kind of really powerful, and he's throwing nice counter punches and jams, and his combination is really flawless combinations. Those are really perfect.
It's a high pace. It's a really high pace right now. So many punches thrown in a matter of such little time, and the counters coming in from blue is just It's just great. Wow, look at that. Body, head.
I like the energy in this fight. Both fighters look energetic and their punches is really filled with that brutality, isn't it?
The pace is really high and
Yes. The pace is really on another level. Both fighters trying so hard to reach their head and trying to find a knockout.
Stop! Holding.
But as you can see, that red boxer have a chance to make a knockout because he looks some kind of powerful puncher.
but he doesn't have that. He's leaning forward, and that's the end of the first round. That was a pressure round from Blue.
I think it's the advantage for the Blue, and he took the lead in this round.
Great work from Red. He's just resisting and just enduring the storm and not allowing
The thing
Blue
that
to...
Red fails to reach the Blue is that he managed to lean back and miss those punches. But the thing is, Red is that Red fails to manage those jams and uppercut from Blue to Red.
As you can see in the highlight, there were some clean blows landed from Blue. Some hard punches in the first round. So if it continues to go on like this, it might not go the distance.
Here we go for the second round.
Round 2.
Oh, Red throws nice arm jams from right into the Blue's face, but those are not directed, they're like swings. Oh, that's a hard combination from Red to Blue, but in this case that Blue managed to avoid them by doing some nice footworks and hip works. That's a nice combination of hooks and jams from Blue to Red.
Great combination from Red, walking forward.
Red is doing a great work in this round, huh?
He's not giving an easy fight. He's not keeping a step back.
Maybe the first round is for the Blue, but second round is taking a lead by Red. You can see that his head movement and everything got mixed up in here. He's doing a great work here. Referee says that keep your heads up. Both fighters look intensive fighters. The punches make a heavy, excrucial, painful lasers, huh? Both fighters throw some nice and powerful punches. Make a guess, yes, who's gonna do it?
They're both on high intensity right now, and both of them look like they're hungry. So this round is going both ways right now.
Yeah, their body language speaks that both fighters may not look and seems any kind of exhausted feeling. They just fight as the first round. The energy and the flawless punches is another same level from the first round. Maybe the coaches may get hard choices from here. Coaches must be really focused on the both players because both players doing a great job here. The crowd is on their feet and both countries wishes them the best.
Oh, that was a good straight two from the man in blue, and I think he's looking a little bit more confident with what's happening.
Red fight is trying to reach his body.
Punch. That's another good punch landed from the man in blue.
Blue is trying to take that race to body, but Red is on a quickie movement and he managed to avoid them by taking quick movements. That's a hard right arm hook from Blue to Red, but Red missed it.
That's a great straight punch from the man in blue. It just landed again.
Blue fighter is throwing nice body shots and jams and straight punches. And I think that straight punch is quite painful to bear to Red it. I like the most thing is that Tajikistan and Kazakhstan fighters have kind of another level spirit of their body. their boxing style.
But you know, to be honest, the man in red from Saudi Arabia is giving a good fight. He's giving a really good fight. He is not letting this tough man in blue throw him back and get him off his game plan.
That's a hard jam from blue to red. Oh, that's a mighty straight punch. Blue fighter is kind of furious fighter. The red fighter is kind of a quickie and a powerful fighter, but that furious inside of blue makes him more nice puncher.
Great counter punches from the man in blue. He would slip and shoot the counter puncher, catch him coming in with a hook.
Here we go for the third round.
There you go, uppercut from the man in blue.
Red taking his up. Red is a really good fighter. Has a spirit of warrior. He's not gonna give up easily. Wow, there's a nice head movement from Red. I like the style of Red. He's kind of fascinated to crowd.
But he's missing so many punches right now. A lot of punches missing.
The thing is, Red is that he's not accurate. So the punches he throws, he missed so much. But the thing is, blue is really throwing right into the punches, right into the place.
Yes, he's really precise and he's good with his distance, the man in blue. And he's stalking his opponent once again. Oh, what a great head movement.
The blue fighter is kind of precious timing fighter.
That's a count, Rodrigo. We were waiting for that and he caught him. It's the pressure, Rodrigo. It's some hard pressure.
To taking a count on third round, it must be a pressure and thing. The blue fighter lost his mouth guard, that's why it's got stopped. We go again.
The crowd doing whatever they can to support the man from Saudi Arabia. Oh, what a great counter once again from the man in blue.
Nice combination from blue to red.
Rodrigo, it seems like blue is just turning it up and he is trying to stop his man.
Red is taking lead.
Oh, he's caught him in the corner, Rodrigo.
Red took the lead from this 2 and third round, but blue is trying to stop him.
Oh, that's a great straight punch. That's a bad counter and he hurt his opponent. He's hurt. Red is hurt.
Brutal punch from
Red
blue
is
to
hurt.
red.
And I don't know if blue senses it. Blue does sense it.
It's a hard hitting jam from blue to red. Oh, that's another
bad
punch from
punch.
blue to red.
That was enough. We got excited.
Stop!
It can be a knockout.
Sit your head up.
Box! Protection counter! Protection counter!
What a pace from. Oh, that's a hard punch from the man in blue. Did you see? It's a lot of. Oh, another great count. Oh, that's the mouth guard falling off. Once again for the man in blue.
Red is in a good physical level. He bared kind of a good punch from blue. The last 3 seconds.
He hurt him, Rodrigo, in the third round.
Must be really painful to Red to bear that brutal punch.
And that's the end of the third and final round for this bout. And it goes to the judges' scorecard.
And the third round was devastating round. I like that heat in that round. Azaz. The Tajikistan fighter done great. He fought really well and he was a really good, precious timing fighter. I like the way he fought and those brutal punches. That was insane.
Very, very interesting bout just came to an end and went in the way of Tajikistan boxer. I thought it was all but one-sided. I was surprised during the third round after that brutal punch. Ref didn't decide to go for a count. Things would have been even more interesting had that happened. Whichever the case, now ISSA MAJED losing the bout against MURODJON from Tajikistan. Another very, very interesting looking fighter. Likes to press on, likes to move ahead, pressurizing his opponent right from the word go, and he had the upper hand back the bout. Interesting bout coming up next. We have a Sri Lankan taking on yet again a Kazakhstan boxer.
Fifth bout of the day, ladies and gentlemen, fighting from the red corner, representing Kazakhstan, KADYR
Looks like another very strong boxer from Kazakhstan. He will be up against Sri Lanka. So this will definitely get the Sri Lankan crowd excited. Looks like a very strong fighter.
As you can see, Lanka, he did a great job last match.
Fighting from the blue corner, representing Sri Lanka.
No doubt it will be a very, very proud moment for this young man, Bandara. He knows he's got a stiff challenge on his hand. Whichever the case, the crowd so far been entertained and expecting a close bout. As we all know, Kazakh boxers, they are very, very strong when it comes to boxing. So the Sri Lankan knows that he's got his work cut out.
What are you going to do is, Mr. Dhammika? What do you think? What is your guess?
It is very, my heart says Bandara, but knowing what Kazakhstan boxers got to offer, it'll be a tough one, it'll be a tough call. I'll be satisfied if Sri Lankan boxer, give him a good fight. That's about it.
The Sri Lankan fighter has to go. It's going to be a really massive fight because Kazakhstan fighters are at another level. As you can see, the height benefiting for Malik.
Staying light on your feet always help if you're a boxer. Your hard work, your commitment all come down to this moment. These are still the prelims. Sri Lanka taking on Kazakh boxer. They're immediately pressing the issue, moving forward. That left foot with his orthodox stance. Kazakh boxer undeterred. Malik trying to get few punches. Interestingly, Malik not opting to go for the guard, opening himself out. Could be a dangerous call against this man. He looks very powerful, and there you go. He looks very calm and composed.
As you said, Dhammika, Kama's boxer is quite dangerous actually. The way Malik box is quite nice, but the thing is that Kazakhstan fighter with his, he's quite calm and he's taking the precious timing punches.
Pressing forward. He's not even thinking of get in and get out. immediately lands a relatively powerful punch, and ref decided to go for a count, the first of the bout.
That was bad for Malit, and he took the count on first round. That means that first advantage is for the Kazakhstan fighter. Malit is also not going to give up. Kazakhstan fighter really putting the pressure on the Malit. He's a good fighter. You can see that he maintained the distance.
It will be interesting to see Malit if he can come up with, improved work rate. It just, looks like he's very keen on backing off, intimidated by his opponent, who's always pressing in, constant pressure. Pressure does weird things, as we all know.
Kazakhstan fighter cannot identify the opponent because the Malit is kind of a furious right-handed boxer. You can see that the way he uses his right-hand jam is quite powerful and brutal. See that he's always throwing jam from right hand.
That time, Kazakh boxer Agashan delivering a punch with a palm. In conventional boxing, that, not taken into consideration. A good body shot and goes upstairs. He's getting busy. Now seems to have figured out right. There you go. Malit got very few answers. And the second count inside the first round itself.
6, 7.
That is not a good thing to have a second count of the first round. Oh my God. Match gave up. Referee decided blue. Winner is the Kazakhstan fighter. The thing is that Kazakhstan fighter he has no mercy. He's a quickie boxer.
So it's been a very light work for the Kazakh boxer Agashan. Malit, it's taken too much of a toll. He's been constantly pressurized. Kazakh boxer moving on his right foot, landing punch after punch. Malit Bandara found no answers, and two coaches convinced him.
The winner of this bout.
That's it. That's enough, my boy.
Winner, red corner, KADYR Agassan representing Kazakhstan.
He was a good fighter. He put out so much pressure on the Sri Lankan fighter. And his physique and the level of his boxing level is kind of another way. The way that blue boxer manages to do it, but red managed to throw some vicious timing punches right into the face. You can see that the way he throws those punches, red keeps a high guard so that blue failed to reach his face.
I think for Sri Lankan boxers, it wouldn't be a bad idea. There you go. Constant barrage of punches. And quite easy workout for the Kazakh boxer. Just like that, another bout comes to an end. We'll go and have another look at the proceedings so far to the day. The highlights coming your way.
සම්බන්ධ වැරෙන් එල්ලකම පහලක් පැහැදිලිව බලා ගන්න ලංකාවේ විශාලතම HD channel එකතු සමග Leo TV, the best on demand entertainment.
ආදරය සෙනෙහස සොයා යන පවුලේ සැමට එකට සිට නැරඹිය හැකි චිත්‍රපටයක්. වසරේ අත්හළ නොහැකි සිනමා නිර්මාණය.
ඔබ කැමතිම වැඩසටහන් දැන් අතළඟටම. දැන්ම පියෝ මොබයිල් ඇප් එක ඩවුන්ලෝඩ් කරගන්න.
Inheriting a land of great warriors, the glory of a victorious bloodline. Empowered with intelligence and strength. The ASBC Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championships 2025, Colombo, in the land of lions, Sri Lanka. After 57 years, over 25 countries face off. We wish our lions, the Sri Lankan team, the best of luck as they rise to conquer the Asian boxing ring. The ASBC Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championships 2025, Colombo. From May 12th to 23rd at Sukatadasa Indoor Stadium, Colombo. Live on Post-bout 1 on POTV.
වයින් කරන ඔප්ෂන් එක සමගින් ආයේ බලා ගන්න BOTV the best on demand entertainment.
අප මෙතෙක් අසා ඇති සිංහබාහු කතාවට සිනමාරූපී නව අර්ථකථනයක්. සිංහබාහු.
ඔබ දැනටමත් SLT මොබිටෙල් ෆයිබර් බ්‍රෝඩ්බෑන්ඩ් පාරිභෝගිකයෙක්ද? BOTV නව සම්බන්ධතාවයක් ලබාගෙන මාස 6ක් පුරාවට නොමිලේ TV බලන්න ළඟම ඇති SLT මොබිටෙල් ශාඛාව වෙත පැමිණෙන්න.
Intense speed, intelligent safekeeping, strikes that create no enemies. A vibrant welcome to a high-tech era. The ASBC Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championships 2025, Colombo, in the land of lions, Sri Lanka. After 57 years, over 25 countries face off. The ASBC Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championships 2025, Colombo. From May 12th to 23rd at Sukatadasa Indoor Stadium, Colombo. Live on Post-bout 1 on POTV.
Boxing had to come a long way before savants like Ali and Floyd could dazzle us in the ring. The recesses of violence reach far back into our evolutionary journey, but the earliest evidence of a sport dates back to 6th millennium BCE in what is now known as Ethiopia. The earliest physical evidence of boxing belongs to the ancient civilization of Sumeria, nearly 5,000 years ago. We do not know how popular it was at that point, but by the 3rd millennium BCE, fist-fighting competitions were taking place in Sumerian and Egyptian cities. Tablets dated around 3000 BCE, found in the Sumerian city of Kufaja, showcase boxing talents, as well as offering more details. Similarly, artworks showcasing the sport have been found in Mesopotamian states of Assyria and Babylon, as well as parts of the Hittite Empire. Other ancient civilizations like India and China were not far off. Rig Veda 1500 to 1000 BCE and Ramayana 700 to 400 BCE refer to various types of boxing, like the Mustiyada, which translates directly to fist combat. In the case of the Egyptians, it is believed that they learned the art from neighboring Nubians after multiple invasions and then introduced it to the Mediterranean. A 1350 BCE sculpture from the Egyptian city of Thebes shows boxers engaged in the sport as the pharaoh watches on. The sport gained popularity around the world due to its overlap with military training. And with military regimens, rule sets started to emerge. A carved vase from Crete shows 2 fighters wearing gloves. Over the next few centuries, the Greeks would add a few more rules, bringing the art of fisticuffs closer to the opera of violence we enjoy today. A Greek story goes that Theseus invented a form of boxing where 2 contestants sat face to face and beat each other to death with their fists. Pygmachia, or fist fighting, was introduced in the Olympics in 688 BCE and quickly became a popular pastime for the people. The men trained on korikos, or punching bags with leather straps, called himantes, on their hands. Gloves and wrappings were needed to compete, but one thing wasn't: clothes. The Greeks fought naked. Women were not allowed to watch the sport, and that had little to do with nudity and more with the violent nature of the sport. And it was particularly violent. Not only were there no protective accessories, there were no weight classes either. A well-placed blow from a heavy fighter could potentially prove fatal. In the Iliad, Homer presents the tale of a bout. Similarly, the sport of pankration in the Olympics was a combination of boxing and wrestling. The Greeks believed that Heracles dominated the Nemean lion using the moveset, and Theseus used it to overpower Cercyon of Eleusis. The Romans took a lot of their cultural cues from the Greeks, including their gods, so it isn't surprising that they took their gods' pastimes as well. Pugilism became a popular spectacle at Roman amphitheaters. To raise the stakes, they added spikes to their leather gloves, and eventually, weapons were introduced. A similar sport to gladiatorial combat was Kalaripayut in India. A 3,000-year-old martial art, it was noted for its importance in battle training. Other martial arts, like the Shaolin Kung Fu, also gained notoriety in China. While these were all contact sports with combat as their key pillar, they did not resemble the sport of boxing as we know it today. What's interesting to note is that fistfighting fell out of spotlight for several centuries. There were a few places like Rus where, before eventually getting banned, it remained a form of mass entertainment. However, most fistfighting contests around the world were more akin to bar fights than public spectacles. So, we jump forward in time to 16th century Britain. Bare-knuckle boxing contests were making the rounds, but these were devoid of rules and chaotic to the point of including fencing and cudgeling contests. No weight limits, no referee, and no rules. Poking, groin strikes, headbutts, chokes, and throws were all valid moves because nothing was invalid. It was around this time that the term boxing made its way into popular vernacular. In 1681, the Duke of Albemarle scheduled the first recorded bout of boxing between his butler and his butcher. To nobody's surprise, the butcher emerged victorious. Unlike the ancient Greeks, British women were no strangers to boxing. The first female fight, advertised in print, dates back to 1722. James Figg became the first English bare-knuckle or boxing champion in 1719. The same year, he opened an amphitheater capable of seating 1,000 people. In 1727, the Prime Minister of Great Britain, Robert Walpole, Poet Laureate Colley Cibber, and satirist Jonathan Swift watched him defeat his greatest rival, Edward Ned Sutton, in Ned's sold-out amphitheater. After Figg's death, the mantle of the sport fell on the head of Jack Broughton. In 1743, he opened an amphitheater on Oxford Road and introduced boxing's first ever rule set, known as Broughton Rules. The idea was to protect fighters and avoid unnecessary deaths in the ring. Grabbing below the waist and hitting a downed opponent were both prohibited. For the bout to continue, the fallen man had to get back to his feet within 30 seconds, at which point the round would instantly be declared over, offering him an additional breather. Prize fighting became a common pastime of the people, and was even taken by people to settle disputes. For instance, in 1790, two ladies who claimed the affection of the same man went toe-to-toe to resolve the matter. As time went on, more rule sets were drafted, and sanctioning bodies came into play. In 1838, the British Pugilist Protective Association initiated the London Prize Ring Rules, but they were not enough. In 1867, the Marquess of Queensberry rules laid the groundwork for modern boxing rules. Rounds were 3 minutes each, with a 1-minute rest in between. Contestants had to wear padded gloves. Wrestling was forbidden, and downed fighters had to get up against a 10-second or be declared knocked out. Weight divisions were also introduced during this era. Many of the underground enthusiasts of the sport sneered at the new rules, calling them unmanly, but it helped open boxing up to a whole new audience. In the 19th century, boxing also started becoming popular across the pond, as British champions toured the US to fight American fighters. Despite the revised and much sophisticated Queensberry rules, boxing was considered harmful in most of the US and the UK, and was therefore banned. Consider an 1882 bare-knuckle contest, R vs. Coney, in which one of the contestants was charged with assault, despite mutual consent and agreement between the two parties. The same year, Irish-born American boxer John L. Sullivan claimed the World Heavyweight Championship. Sullivan was instrumental in making professionals comply with the Queensberry rules, making it easier for the sport to gain legitimacy. The sport continued to grow despite regulatory setbacks, especially because the people perception would turn champions into heroes and modern gladiators. It also became a training tool in the First World War, leaving a huge impression in the minds of many people. Up until that point, boxing champions were just the stuff of consensus. There was no governing body to make sense of these things. But the foundation of the U.S. National Boxing Association after the First World War brought consistency to the sport. The establishment of the New York State Athletic Commission was also instrumental in bringing boxing to the masses in a legitimate manner. By the early 20th century, boxing had carved out a unique space, especially for immigrants in the U.S. Anyone could train hard and go from rags to riches in a few years. It was also seen as a viable alternative to crime. Why not channel violence in a positive manner? But boxing was not devoid of racial biases that plagued the American society back in the day. For instance, Jack Dempsey refused to fight African-American Harry Willis, and Jack Johnson was publicly derided, to the point that he left the country. But African Americans would continue to shine in the ring with fighters like Joe Louis, Sugar Ray Robinson, and Sonny Liston, leaving indelible marks on the sport's history. Lewis's 25 consecutive title defenses still hold the record for the longest single reign in boxing history. Sugar Ray Robinson is widely regarded as the greatest boxer to ever live, and his 6 fights with Jake LaMotta have been fictionalized in Scorsese's Raging Bull. Sonny Liston was the scariest man to ever step foot in the ring. That is, until a young trash-talking kid made him quit in the 7th. Rocky Marciano, Henry Armstrong, Willie Pep, Harry Greb, Ezzard Charles, Archie Moore. There are far too many iconic names that reigned supreme during this era. In 1962, the National Boxing Association was eventually upgraded to the World Boxing Association, or WBA. The very next year, the World Boxing Council, or WBC, brought together representatives from 11 different countries to create a unified governing body. Thus began the two-belt era. This was the time of one of the biggest names in the sport to shine, Muhammad Ali. So many iconic moments: the 2 Liston fights, the trilogy with Frazier, the trilogy with Norton, and the rumble in the jungle against Foreman. Ali's brash mannerism would open the door for boxers to receive more public interest than ever before. Phenoms like Tyson, Holyfield, De La Hoya, Salvador Sanchez, Chavez, Lennox Lewis, Floyd, and Pacquiao, among countless others, followed. With the introduction of IBF in the 80s, the 3-belt era provided the 4 kings to shine on the highest stages on the world. In time, the WBA split up to give rise to the WBO. So now we live in the 4-belt era of boxing. For a moment, the regulatory and promotional disputes sent the sport in a downward spiral. Promotions like HBO Boxing and Showtime Boxing closed their doors after years of successful business. But the sport of pugilism is a little bit like an opponent that just won't stay down. Today, it is a truly global sport, with fighters from different parts of the world proudly representing their countries. And the arrival of new faces like Turki Alishik in the promotional world tells us that the future of boxing may just be in safe hands.
Pure Sports Credavu Venezuela. Intense speed, intelligent safekeeping, strikes that create no enemies. A vibrant welcome to a high-tech era. The ASBC Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championships 2025, Colombo, in the land of lions, Sri Lanka. After 57 years, over 25 countries face off. The ASBC Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championships 2025, Colombo. From May 12th to 23rd at Sukatadasa Indo Stadium, Colombo. Live on Post-bout 1 on POTV.
Rewind කරන option එක සමගින් ආයේ බලා ගන්න POTV, the best on demand entertainment.
අප මෙතෙක් අසා ඇති සිංහබාහු කතාවට සිනමාරූපී නව අර්ථකථනයක්. සිංහබාහු.
ඔබ දැනටමත් SLT මොබිටෙල් ෆයිබර් බ්‍රෝඩ්බෑන්ඩ් පාරිභෝගිකයෙක්ද? POTV නව සම්බන්ධතාවයක් ලබාගෙන මාස 6ක් පුරාවට නොමිලේ ටීවී බලන්න ළඟම ඇති SLT මොබිටෙල් ශාඛාව වෙත පැමිණෙන්න.
Inheriting a land of great warriors, the glory of a victorious bloodline. Empowered with intelligence and strength. The ASBC Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championships 2025, Colombo, in the land of lions, Sri Lanka. After 57 years, over 25 countries face off. We wish our lions, the Sri Lankan team, the best of luck as they rise to conquer the Asian boxing ring. The ASBC Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championships 2025, Colombo. From May 12th to 23rd at Sukatadasa Indo Stadium, Colombo. Live on Post-bout 1 on POTV. Intense speed, intelligent safekeeping, strikes that create no enemies. A vibrant welcome to a high-tech era. The ASBC Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championships 2025, Colombo, in the land of lions, Sri Lanka. After 57 years, over 25 countries face off. The ASBC Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championships 2025, Colombo. From May 12th to 23rd at Sukatadasa Indo Stadium, Colombo. Live on Post-bout 1 on POTV.
යළිත් ඔබ අප මුරගැසීම සුගතදාස ගෘහස්ත ක්‍රීඩාගාරයේ සිට ආසියානු වයස අවුරුදු 22කින් පහළ සහ කනිෂ්ඨ බොක්සිං තරග මාලාව පැවැත්වෙනා වූ සුගතදාස ගෘහස්ත ක්‍රීඩාගාරය තුළ අද දවසේත් තරග රැසක් පැවැත්වීමට නියමිතව තිබෙනවා. අප කෙටි විවේක කාලයකින් පසුව තවත් තරග 5ක ආරම්භය තමයි දැන් සටහන් කරන්නට සූදානම් වන්නේ. අප විශේෂයෙන් සිහිපත් කරන්න කැමති ඔබට මේ තරග 5 අතර ශ්‍රී ලංකා ක්‍රීඩකයන් සහභාගී වන තරග දෙකක් තිබෙනවා. ඒ අතර විශේෂයෙන්ම මල්ෂ බණ්ඩාර තරග වැදීමට නියමිතව තිබෙනවා කිලෝග්‍රෑම් 54 වැඩි බර පන්තිය තුල. ඒ වගේම ලෝකනාදන් කජින්තන් අද දවසේදී තරග කිරීමට නියමිතව තිබෙනවා. ඒ වගේම කිලෝග්‍රෑම් 60ට වැඩි බර පන්තියේ තරගය තුල. ඒ වගේම තවත් තරග තුනක් මෙහි පැවැත්වීමට නියමිතව තිබෙනවා. මේ තරග සියල්ල නරඹන්නට ඔබට අවස්ථාව තිබෙන බව අප යලිත් සිහිපත් කරන්නට කැමතියි. ඒ වගේම පියෝර් ස්පෝර්ට්ස් නාලිකාව ඔස්සේ මේ සියල්ල නරඹන ඔබ සියලුම දෙනාට අප මෙහි සිදුවන සියලුම සිද්ධි ජවනිකාවන් ඔබේ නිවහනට ගෙනත් දෙන අතරේම ඔබ නිවසින් පිට සිටිනවා නම් ඔබට පියෝ මොබයිල් ඔස්සේ අප සමග සම්බන්ධ වෙමින් මේ සමස්ත තරගාවලිය නරඹන්නට හැකියාව තිබෙන බවත් අප විශේෂයෙන්ම සිහිපත් කරන්නට කැමතියි. ඒ වගේම පියෝ TV Facebook සහ YouTube නාලිකාව ඔස්සේ ලෝපුරා විසිරී සිටින ඔබ සියලුම දෙනාට අප නරඹන්නට අවස්ථාව තිබෙන බව අප විශේෂයෙන් සිහිපත් කරනවා. මේ වන විටත් අති විශාල පිරිසක් විශේෂයෙන්ම අපේ Facebook සහ YouTube නාලිකාවන් ඔස්සේ මේ තරගාවලිය නරඹමින් සිටිනවා. ආසියාව පුරා විසිරී පැතිරී සිටින. ඔබ දන්නවා වසර 57කට පසුයි ආසියානු බොක්සින් තරග මාලාවක සත්කාරකත්වය ශ්‍රී ලංකාවට හිමි කර ගන්නට අවස්ථාව ලැබෙන්නේ. විශේෂයෙන්ම ඉතාමත් කලාතුරකින් ලැබෙන සුවිශේෂ අවස්ථාවක් තමයි ශ්‍රී ලාංකීය ක්‍රීඩා ශ්‍රේෂ්ඨයට මේ උදා වී තිබෙන්නේ. මේ වයස අවුරුදු 22කින් පහළ සහ කනිෂ්ඨ ආසියානු බොක්සින් තරග මාලාවේ සත්කාරකත්වය හිමි කර ගනිමින් අපි ඔබට කලින් මතක් කරා මීළඟට ආරම්භ කිරීමට නියමිතව තිබෙනා වූ තරග අතරතුර තරග දෙකක ශ්‍රී ලංකා ක්‍රීඩකයන් තරග කරනවා. ඒ නිසා ඔබ මේ සුගතදාස ගෘහස්ත ක්‍රීඩාගාරයට ළඟා විය හැකි දුරක සිටිනවා නම් එන්න මේ තරග සියල්ල ඇසින්දුටු සාක්ෂිකරුවන් වී වින්දනය කරන්නට. ඒ අතරතුරේ තරග ආරම්භ කරන්නට සූදානම් අපි යනවා ධම්මිකව මුණගැසීමට.
Thank you, Brian. Welcome back after the break. Bout number 6 just about to begin. This is Asian Under 22 and Youth Boxing Championship Colombo. It was a fascinating affair so far. 5 bouts to Sri Lankans tried their luck. Both of them, quite frankly, didn't have a good bout. The final bout for Malik Bandara ended prematurely. Bout number 6 just about to start. Bearing
Romania, Judge 1, Turkey, Judge 2, Kyrgyzstan, Judge 3, Kazakhstan, Judge 4, Slovakia, Judge 5, Nepal.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, resuming boxing live from the Sugata Indoor Stadium. The next bout for the day, fighting from the red corner, representing the host, Sri Lanka, YM Uzaid.
Mohamed Yosef, 20-year-old from Sri Lanka. Ready to take up the challenge, this time a Saudi boxer.
Fighting from the blue corner, representing the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Al-Muwallad Nayif.
Saudis had a good outing so far during the day. Al-Muwallad Nayif. Now he'll be in the blue corner. He's taking up the challenge to his 75 kg bout number 6 of the day.
bout number 2 for the 5 kilogram that representing Yasmin Mohammad Hussain from Sri Lanka. Representing Nayif from Colombo, Saudi Arabia. We are going to witness a great match, and Mohammad Hussain is undefeated boxer. And he fought nationals and he won. We are going to witness exciting and thrilling match now.
Mohammad Hussain representing Sri Lanka wearing red. ALMAZ Nayif representing Saudi in blue corner. The bout is underway. Open stance by Mohammad Hussain. Left lead, well landed. It was a bright start for Hussain so far. Getting dizzy with every second. As we just mentioned, unbeaten in Sri Lankan circuit. So he should be another good fighter. And another medal hope. Hopefully he can do well in this bout. That Saudi boxer. His footwork up to the mark so far.
Definitely the height advantage is for the Hussain. And the way the Hussain fighting is kind of unique and stylish. You can see that his jams and hooks are quite nice and precious timing. Referee says blue to keep his head up. You can see that Hussain is maintaining the distance and he's taking the right precious time to attack.
Apart from Hussain, right there, the rest, both boxers trying to assess each other. Hussain go for a left hook. Southpaw boxer, always interesting, providing that different angle. Now it looks like Nayif seems to have realized providing room for Hussain in front wasn't a good idea, so he latches onto him every given time.
You can see that Hussain is taking the lead always and he's taking the precious time. You can see that the way he throws jams and straight punches are quite clean. The flawless timing that he has. What a wonderful boxer those Hussain is, huh? Oh, that's a hard-hitting left-hand hook from blue to red.
Methodology pretty simple for Hussain. Move to either side and get enough room to land that powerful left hook. Southpaw fighter. We got nice backing away now. Kingdom of Saudi Arabian fighter Nayif, realizing during the exchanges he's done nothing so far. Once again, comparatively better round for Hussain so far.
Nayif is also a good boxer. He's didn't let any times for an easy attack. You can see that the way he blocked himself is quite nice. It's a quite powerful left arm. You can see the way he throws left arm jams is quite nice. Hussein's managed to avoid them. That's a great boxing match. I invite all of you guys watching this by staying home, come to feel this heat in the eyes of the arena.
Sri Lankan in action, and he's had the better round. If you are around Colombo, this is the place to be. Because rather in those stadiums, this is Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing 2025. International boxing arriving the island after the extended hiatus of 57 years. Two Sri Lankan fighters didn't have the good outing during the day. In comparison, Mohammad Hussain
Seconds
Had a far better outing so far.
Here we go for the second round. Hussein's round of the lead. He got the advantage of the first round. And he took the first place in the round. You can see that Hussein is a good boxer. He took the lead and throws a right arm jam right into the Naif's face. Oh, that's a hard combination from Hussein. Naif failed to avoid them. He got pressured. Now Hussein put the heavy pressure on Naif.
Even though Naif been eating quite a few punches, he kept moving forward and made things far too easier for Usaid. There you go, another powerful left. Landed right on the button.
Say this is a devastating fighter. He's doing a great job in the arena. You can see that the way he continuously throwing punches. Wow, that's a nice boxer. What a boxer he is. You can see that pressure on the knives. He's just avoiding those brutal punches from Hussein.
He's definitely got the reach advantage, just about a couple of inches. And he's been using every bit of it. Keeping the distance, getting good angles, and throwing predominantly left hooks. That's his main weaponry, as you can see. Naif, in comparison, quite a few wild swings, none of them landing. But interestingly, he's keep getting forward. Baffles me.
After says Naif should keep his head up. You can see that Naif is blocking the way that only has to reach his face. His high guard is quite beneficial for the Naif. Hussein is kind of quite good fighter. You can see that the way that he reached the body shots and the way that he continuously throwing punch. It's quite nice, quite clean.
Way better landing accuracy by Mohammad Usaid. As you can see, he's feeling confident about the proceedings so far. 44 seconds remaining. Another left landed. A good one. Taking a good measure of the movements of Naif. Naif trying to reach upstairs, didn't work.
That is a quite hard left hand hook from Naif to Usaid. The hand was stuck together. The Naif got the benefit from that.
Very clever boxer, Usaid. He knows how to seize the moment when his opponent taking his guard down, approaching relentlessly. He's been getting that left hook. Another one landed right at the end of the second round. A very good run, quite clearly for the Sri Lankan Mohammad Usaid.
This is not an easy match. Both fighters look intensive fighters. They're doing a great job in the ring. And see both fighters exhausting. Usaid did a great job and both fighters look intensive.
There you go. It's a reach. That's the advantage. And his left hook. Delivering it from the distance. Made things way too tough for the Saudi boxer. He seems to be wondering, how am I get close to this young man and deliver a few punches. He has to enter the fire zone, but whenever he does that, Usaid is ready with his powerful left hook and from time to time right jab, working productively.
Round 3.
Here we go for the round 3. Usaid take the lead. The best thing that I like Naif is his guard is quite nice. Quite high, clean. Usaid is judging the distance between fighters and he's searching for the precious time and place to throw a brutal attack right into the opponent's face.
I like the fact Usaid staying calm, composed, just like that, getting a clear vision. Very, very important when it comes to boxing. Your mind and body must work in coordination. The experts call it the body chess. Okay, so taking a little bit of a breather now after swinging relentlessly for a longer period. U8 seems to have, ending his tank. Oh, couple of powerful left.
That is a nice combination from U8 to Nayif. U8 did a great job there. He throws a non-stoppable combinations. That has a flawless technique inside of that combination. That combination has failed to manage by Nayif.
U8 growing in confidence as every minute passed by. Move to the side, and he prefers to move that left press and get his powerful left jab landing just like that. Nice uppercut landed there for the Sri Lankan Mohammad U8.
As you said, Dhammika, you're right. U8 is kind of confident fighter in this ring.
Another uppercut landed. He's been varying his punches now. That's what you can do in a game of boxing. You saw previous bout, Sri Lankan had no answers, absolutely. Even though he's trying to be a little more enterprising, Nayif, U8 not giving him an inch.
Nayif is also trying to reach him. That was unfair. The referee says the Nayif don't just not paying, it just throws a punch. Nayif is kind of aggressive fighter. U8 is a calm, confident fighter. You can see the difference between them. The way that U8 fight, his bounce and the rhythm of his boxing is quite clean, quite perfect.
I would call him a very efficient puncher. Knows his strengths and weaknesses. Left hook, that's his main weapon, and it's been working very, very productively for him. Nayif on that occasion tried to seize the moment. He saw that Nayif is taking a little bit of a breather, immediately trying to pounce on, but U8 had the presence of mind to counter that. All in all, U8 should be in front, but boxing, refereeing, judging beyond our comprehension.
The winner of this bout by points, unanimous decision. Red corner, Jasmine Mohammad Hussein representing Sri Lanka.
So excellent stuff, excellent news for the fans around the country. First boxer to walk to the second round in the day two. Those Sri Lankans tried prior to him. Both of them failed quite miserably. The second one in particular, Bandara, he had no answers to the questions thrown at him by the Kazakh boxer. But quite contrastingly, way more proficient, way more accurate technical boxer, Mohammad U8, now very proudly walking into the semi-finals, I suppose. That's the moment I was talking about. U8 had the presence of mind to recover the moment and coming back into the game really, really strong and winning the bout quite convincingly. Unanimous decision. Next bout, this should be another very interesting one. New Zealand boxer in action for the first time.
This bout is going to be quite special. It's under 86 kilograms. What a bout we are going to witness now.
The blue corner, representing Sri Lanka, our world
bout number 13 and the weight category 86 kilogram, representing Vinay Roman from New Zealand and blue representing Bandara Sri Lanka. Who is gonna do the match, man? This is gonna be interesting match. The New Zealand fighter has kind of a good physique.
You can immediately see the size difference between the two fighters. The man in red is a big build, but boxing's a different kind of sport. Using his reach and trying to keep the Sri Lankan behind his jab.
The New Zealand fighter is kind of a quite calm fighter. You can see that he's... Oh, that's a hard... He missed that swing. He's a quite calm boxer. He's counting the distance between the fighters. And Kishan has a quite good high guard on him. But he's not trying to reach the opponent's face or body. The New Zealand fighter has kind of good strength and good height benefit in this ring. That's a nice left hand. Nice body shot from Roman to Keshan. Roman is kind of powerful in left-handed hook. You can see that the way he boxes is quite nice. He reaches the Keshan's body. Oh, that's a hard combination from Roman to Keshan. Keshan is keeping a high guard. He did not. He's trying to get close to the opponent, but Roman keeps him away from him. Oh, that's a hard, nice hook from Atu blow.
Hard one too.
Atu going to do. Come on, Keshan, you're going to do it. That's a hard combination. It's a nice, flawless combination from Roman. He's quite nice technical fighter, isn't he?
Yes, he does. He keeps his fighter behind, and it looks like he's walking down the man in blue.
Nice left hand hook from the right into the belly of Keshan.
He gets one for the open glove, the man in red.
Roman is doing a good job, and Keshan is always trying to find a way to try this hurt his opponent. Thing is that Keshan is quite powerful puncher, but the Roman is quite technical fighter. You can see that he's maintaining his pace and his speed and rhythm of his punch. Definitely that Keshan can beat Roman, don't you think?
Well, let's see how the fight goes. We are hoping that Keshan from Sri Lanka will...
It's not going to be easy because that flawless combination of Roman... Oh, that's hard.
That's a count.
Hard combination from Roman to Keshan. That must be really painful to Roman. It's exciting round number one.
That jab... from the man in red, snapped the head back of the man in blue. As you can see, the man in red is keeping his opponent behind.
You can see that Keshan's power is in their hand. He's always keeping high guard because of to avoid those combination from Roman. And it's quite nice round. And both fighters look really good.
Seconds out, please. Seconds out. Please.
We go for the second round.
And it's the second round. And once again, the longer, taller man in red is keeping his opponent behind his reach.
The big man box is keeping his guard up and in the right hand punch. See, he's not giving any force to the front. The thing is wrong is playing talented by the weak, then he's always just rip by a hook.
One. Two. Three.
And he is giving
4, 5.
the man in blue a standing
7,
count.
8. Box.
So hurry and jam from red to blue.
And the towel was thrown in by the coach of Sri Lanka.
Decided to stop the match and
abandon.
That's abandon.
Abandon. Red winner.
I think it seemed to be like the challenge in front of him was too much to handle, and noticed by the coaches and themselves, they decided to stop the fight for the safety of the boxer. Red was keeping his opponent behind the jab, behind his punches, and there we go. The win goes to the man in red from New Zealand, Roman. Great effort from the Sri Lankan boxer, and it's experience.
I see that Roman's techniques and combination is quite nice and clean. That is why that Kishan is unable to manage them. Kishan fight really well actually. The thing is, Roman is a quite talented boxer.
Rodrigo, next we have an interesting bout, a women's bout. Sri Lanka versus India. Yesterday, Nancy had a victory. This will be the last competitor from Sri Lanka for the day, and it's a ladies' bout. It's a women's bout.
For the evening, fighting from the red corner, representing IBA India, Nancy.
The first female match for today. Going to do a quite good run.
Fighting from the blue corner, representing Sri Lanka,
And here she comes. Loganathan Kajantini from Sri Lanka at the age of 19, representing our country for this anticipated bout, fighting under 57 kilograms, featherweight.
going to witness a female spread. It's going to be the start of the first round. Under 57 weight category. Representing Sri Lanka and Blue representing India. Yesterday match that had India versus Sri Lanka was at another level. Let's see that's gone in this match. Blue take the leads. She throws a nice jam. It fails to reach the opponent. Left hand jam and then a straight punch from right into the left face. Blue is scoring. Blue's taking the lead. Quite good start for Sri Lanka, isn't it, Rodrigo?
Yes, it is. Yeah, there were some good punches in from Sri Lanka. She's doing a great job, you know.
Sri Lanka is taking the lead and she's doing a great work there. You can see that the way she's taking the lead and throwing those punches is quite nice.
Yes. And they're reaching and they're landing.
Leaning forward and throwing the combination of counter punches and uppercuts is quite clean. Ooh, that's a hard punch from red to blue.
It's a great start for Sri Lanka right now. She's doing really well, Loganathan.
That boxer is now also not going to give his match. He's also batting really well. Thing is that the fighter is quite precious fighter. You can see that she's taking the lead and leaning back forward, and this one powerful in left hand hooks and jams. Oh, that's a hard in the left hand hook from blue to red.
Yes, she's doing a great job, and she's really understanding how to parry her punches and defend any punches that come towards her, as well as land her punches clean. So her timing is on the right place as well, so she's doing a great job right now, actually. Taking her time, being patient with the punches. Once again, a good... Ooh, another good combination straight through the pipe.
Nice counter punches from blue to red. She's keeping a nice pace and speed throughout this round. You can see that way that she's throwing straight punches quite clean. The red boxer is quite... don't know how to manage those punches from blue fighter.
Oh, now red is taking the step a little bit forward and being a little bit more aggressive. Trying to get a second win inside this round. In the end of the round, she's throwing a little bit a lot of punches. That is, no, that's a count. And that's the end of the first round. Started strong, Sri Lanka, but unfortunately ended with a count on her side.
The boxer throws some flawless punches, huh? Some kind of non-stop fired up jams and uppercuts, but...
Yes, right. Sri Lanka was doing so well in the beginning of the round, and she just slowed down a little bit, and India just took advantage of that moment and got the best out of it. So props to India for that, but Sri Lanka has a chance to get another comeback, because she seems to be, Loganathan seems to be skilled and well-rounded with her punches, footwork and guard. She just needs to increase her work rate and do not let India overwhelm her with so many combinations. Come on, Sri Lanka.
The boxer is doing quite good job there. He's throwing nice straight punches, but Blue managed to reach them. But thing is that, oh, that's a hard straight punch from right to blow. It is quite a nice little combination. She's throwing jams and quite discreet punches. The fighter has kind of nice rhythm in her body. The bounce that makes a unique boxer. Both fighters throwing jams and punches. It's a right hand hook from the blow. Was backhand landed and referee says that no close for the backhand. Both fighters look kind of exhausted this moment, just throwing punches, not judging the distance between the opponent and the fighter.
Sri Lanka getting the best out of that combination. And that's another good straight punch landed from Sri Lanka.
Both boxers doing a great job there. Both fighters had a will to win. They don't go to this match in this round. Indian boxer is leaning forward and she's taking the lead. In this ring, I think blue fighter is quite powerful as us.
Couple of punches missed, but Red got the best out of that combination right now, and again she catches Sri Lanka, and oh no, that's another standing count.
There's a combination from red to blue. There's another count and matches for the red. Yes. It's the end of the second round.
Once again at the end of the round, she receives a count, Sri Lanka. Slowing down and India getting the best out of that moment once again.
The fighter took the first round on her hand, but in this round, red fighter took chance to win by cornering her opponent into the ringside and throwing nice combination of brutal non-mercy punches. You see that?
As you can see, India is not choosing to sit down.
Second out.
Maybe to make a statement that she's here to win.
Round 2.
It's the third and final round. It's a good hook right hand from Sri Lanka that landed.
Sri Lanka fighter has kind of good hooks and jams in her artillery.
Loganathan has walked in with heart to finish her fight strong, and she's giving her best.
I like the way that red boxer quite taking backward steps and quite nice footworks, and that make them avoid those punches from blue. Blue fighter is not showing much kind of quite transition through this ring match. The red boxer are showing some nice transitions along the way.
Another set of combinations from the fighter in red. And that's another count from red to blue. And this does not seem promising for the Sri Lankan fighter, and the fight is over. The referee stops the fight and the victory goes to Sri Lanka, TKO.
It's kind of not good for the Sri Lankan fighter, huh? Yesterday the Sri Lankan fighter fought very well.
Yeah, she did start well, but she couldn't hold her pace till the end of each round, and is right at the end of the round she fell short, getting caught with too many combinations. But when it came to every round, at the beginning of every round, she always came in strong and active.
By referees from the contest, winner, red corner, Nancy representing IBA India.
Nancy who gets her hand raised at the end of this bout. Great work for the boxer in blue for representing our country.
I thought it was a bright start for Argentina from Sri Lanka, but midway through, he lost the plot. Indian fighter had reached advantage, delivering combination time and time again. Pretty much dominated the second round and third round. It was an early stoppage. But he decided enough is enough. Two final bouts of the day is upon us. What's your take, Yasas?
Yes, and there are two women's bouts. Next is under 60 kilograms. India versus Kazakhstan. It's going to be an interesting bout, Damika.
Whenever a Kazakh boxer is involved, that was the case right throughout the tournament. Shivani, it will be a challenge, I have no doubt. But I'm expecting a 50-50 competition from both the fighters. Previous game for India was one-sided. This will definitely be a number one.
Fighting from the blue corner, representing Kazakhstan, Uzbek Anar.
Bout number 9 of day 3. Well and truly underway. Indian taking on Kazakh boxer Shivani. In the red corner, Anar from Kazakhstan. In the blue corner, both the boxers looking to get busy. First touches for Shivani. Gives me an indication that she prefers to go upstairs most of the time. Kazakh boxer definitely with a height and reach advantage rather. The headgear was not properly buckled up. Momentarily hold to the first round. Shivani from India. Indian just completed a bout with a favorable decision for her.
Great combination from the woman in blue. Living up to her style, pressure fighter, stepping forward. Great footwork.
And at the same time, looks like she prefers to go upstairs instead of working the body out with the height advantage, getting the blows over the top. We saw that previous combination. Just like that, touches and moves forward.
It's pressure from these Kazakhs. Full pressure, and if you give them any room to give them space to walk forward, it's hard to get out of it.
Good left landed for Anar during the previous exchanges. Shivani failing to get her work rate up.
Great 1-2 and great straight punches from the from the girl in blue from Kazakhstan. Anar. She's really landing that jab and she's really landing that straight 1-2.
Good right landed for Shivani. Tries to go over the top. Anar, she's the one pressing the issue on the front foot, just like that, constantly moving forward.
She just has great timing, you know, every time Shivani throws a punch, she times it with the punch and she shoots her own straight punch through the pipe. So she's got her counters and her offense also in the right place. Anar from Kazakhstan.
With opponent pressing forward just like that, you need good counters. A good one landed for Shivani, another one. Then came Anar with that powerful right. That one to the side of the head wasn't counted.
It's the last few seconds of the first round. There's a great jab from the woman in blue. It's great counters. And that's the end of the first round.
Previously, Sri Lankan lady Argentini had a game early stop in the third round. Was a disappointing one. There's another boxer who's, pressing forward with flurry of pointers with no real accuracy. Which means the coaching staff as well as the team management got something to work on. Striking accuracy, so important. The boxers who went on to do well in the world scene, I mentioned about Danny Cruz, who just about every time hardly misses. Landing, gets in, gets out. That's the ideal sort of formula for this type of boxing. But by trying to impress the judges, we've seen far too many boxers pressing forward, compromising their guard.
Here's a start off with a great jab from the woman in blue. What great distance. She's really setting her distance up. You see? She hits the jab, she backs and she hits it again, keeping opponent behind that lead hand, and she There we go, another great counter from the top.
Stop. 1, 2.
That's a powerful one.
3.
Over the top.
4.
And that's
5.
her favorite combination.
7.
Kazakh boxer Anar. The first count, just like that. Now she smells the kill, pressing forward even harder.
Yes, she is tough, and she has great timing. Anna, she has great timing, so she knows when to shoot the punch. So she's once again forward, pressing, keeping her opponent behind the lead hand, timing her and countering her when she decides.
In a game of boxing, confidence play a huge part. Now quite clearly Anar starting to feel confident and starting to look comfortable at the same time.
She's starting to get hang of that counter punch where she backs and shoots the cross behind. She's starting to really time that punch now. There we go. Watch out for that, Damika.
That was a good flurry of punches for Indian Shivani. Another one.
1, 2, 3.
The second
4,
count.
5, 6.
I mentioned
7.
Anar
8.
smelling the kill.
I told you, Damika, she is really timing that punch now. She's really getting home to that punch. There we go. Once again, she is going for it, and seems like it's a matter of time that the referee will stop the fight. There we go. There you go. Another set of combinations.
They're just about a couple of punches away from an early start. 39 seconds remaining. Anar keep pressing forward with his powerful one, landed right into the torso. Another one.
Stop.
Can she take this type of beating any longer?
She's breathing hard. India is breathing hard from her mouth.
Another one to the body, a powerful one. Mixing up punches now, working the body. Oh, that was an excellent round.
Wow, Damika, actually this Anna from Kazakhstan, she is boxing so well right now. It's seldom you see a girl do so well. Her balance, her physique, her power, everything is in tune. And as you can see, the girl from India, she has lost her breath in her corner right now.
There you go. One after the other.
What a punch.
Supposed to go upstairs once more. And another swing, and from time to time we are starting to see a bit of a counter here and there, but nothing convincing, nothing productive. This is Asian Under-22 Youth Boxing Championship Colombo 2025. Last pictures available to you on Pure Sports, SLT Mobitel, Pure TV channel 150, and on HD format, channel number 313.
And it's the beginning of the third round. And Anna starts and sets her pace with the jab. Oh, sneaking in that body shot as Red tries to shoot a combination.
After the completion of previous round, I'm starting to wonder what sort of advices are coming from the coach and the second.
Anna is just so talented, and best of it all, she's a switch hitter. She switches from southpaw to orthodox, so it's very rare you see. And there she is at southpaw now.
The advice probably to get your work rate up. One landed to the body, and just a moment ago she had a volley of punches and landed just about a couple. On the powerful lift, working the jab into the body, goes to the clinch. Shivani.
Box.
circling around. That's how she gets the right angle to deliver that powerful left.
We're halfway through the final round.
Now already blue. Break.
And India is looking a little tired.
Break.
Like she's lost some breath. It's a little bit of a slow pace now. But let's see what Anar has from Kazakhstan. Let's see what she has in store.
Comparatively better round for Shivani. Just as I mentioned, another straight right landed.
Stop. Break. Break. Box.
You can hear through the referee's earphone. She's breathing very, very hard.
Yes, you can hear the breath. And that's another great combination from Anar, the woman in blue. And she gets one for keeping her head down.
It's 18 seconds. So the bout goes the distance. Whichever the case, should be another one-sided affair. 9 seconds remaining. She needed a very big third round, Shivani, if she stand any chance of bagging this bout. First 2 rounds, Anar done more than enough.
That's great work from both women, Anar and Shivani. But it seemed to be a one-sided bout in favor for the woman in blue from Kazakhstan, Anar. We go to the scorecards.
The winner of this bout by points, unanimous decision, winner,
And Anar Tursunbek from Kazakhstan gets the win on unanimous decision, 5-0.
Kazakh young lady, Anar, definitely a contender. It'll be interesting to see what sort of a challenge throwing at them in the coming rounds. We've seen quite a few stoppages, Sri Lankan failing to go the distance against the New Zealander. But this bout, initially we thought just maybe Shivani haven't got the goods. But I thought by completing the round, staying up right against a very strong puncher like Anar, must be a nice feeling. Gives yourself a great deal of confidence.
Representing Kazakhstan,
It's the final bout for the night, for the evening, and it's the 10th bout of the day. Kazakhstan versus Vietnam.
Kazakh boxer wearing red this time, Oldana Taubert.
She's looking like she's in great shape.
Absolutely, I was about to say that you've taken that one out of my mouth. To hit Tran yesterday was a good one for Vietnamese as well as the first day. Hopefully she can stand up to the challenge thrown at them by the very strong looking Kazakh boxer. Aldana in red. Tran in blue. And this is incidentally the final bout of the day. Another outstanding day of exciting boxing. A Sri Lankan made to the second round always keeps the hosts happy. And the Vietnamese searching for her spot in the second round.
And here we go, the beginning of the first round. Kazakhstan versus Vietnam, under 66 kilograms.
Just like a teammate did a moment ago.
Once again, behind that jab, she starts, the woman in red from Kazakhstan, keeping opponent behind that jab, pushing her opponent back. She looks really good, she looks really explosive, and she has a fast twitch to her punches.
Even exchanges during the first round, though Aldana pressing ahead just like her teammate did just a moment ago. Good one landed for the Vietnamese girl, Tran.
She caught it.
It was from Vietnamese girl wearing blue. Surprise, surprise.
Like I said, as you watch the girl in red, she has an explosive twitch to her punches. So
right before the start of the bout, I mentioned Vietnamese had a good tournament so far. If I'm not mistaken, two of them already in the second round. This could be the third. Girls boxing, totally different. And I'm starting to witness excellent work rate by this Vietnamese girl, Tran.
she's doing her best to overcome the pressure that the woman in red is putting on her from Kazakhstan, but seems to be like she's missing a lot.
One landed to the chin for Tran, and one landed upstairs for Aldana.
Another straight through the pipe, Damika, right on the jaw, snap the head back. It's a count. One more in this round and the fight will be over.
Now, both the fighters had a count, even exchanges, good first round. Now we could see after those two counts, taking a little measure of each other. Little hesitant, don't you think so?
And that's the end of the first round. So the woman in red from Kazakhstan has a successful round in her side, getting 2 counts on Vietnam, 2 clean punches that received 2 counts.
I always enjoy, close bouts, as we all, as boxing lovers, one-sided affairs never really, entertaining. But this is definitely living up to the expectation. Gildana, as usual, pressing ahead, and Tran trying to sneak through a few punches. One landed there quite clearly, right to the jaw.
But just Red is just so strong, and she takes the punch so well. Vietnam starting strong this round.
She does the same during the first round. Just as you mentioned, hardly flinched, taken that one. Really nicely.
That's a straight punch right to the jaw once again, and it might be lost hope for a fight in Vietnam. Okay, she gives another chance. So that's the third count for Vietnam in this fight. And yes, that is the end of the bout, as it's 4 counts.
7, 8 box score.
Promising start, disappointing end, isn't it?
The Kazakhstan's timing was on point, and from the beginning of the first 3 minutes, she knew what to do.
I'm starting to wonder what the thought process takes inside once you're taken your opponent to a count and ending the same bout in the second round. That's a quite steep.
That's actually such a hard thing to do, in amateur boxing with the gloves that you possess, because we have such big gloves. To be able to do that, it takes so much precision, so she's so skilled.
Yet another very skillful boxer, Gildana.
And the
Watch out, she's coming.
And the final event ended with a blast, with a knockout. So, what a great way to end the day.
We had everything, just about everything right throughout the day. Abandoned games, early finishes, and in between, outstanding fights. As a boxer getting busy after that count, there you go. One after the other, combination after combination, winning it quite convincingly. So that's the end of the bout. We have Priyal Veerasinghe alongside the ring.
Kazakhstan fight කියලා කියලා බවුවේ. සපෝට් ඩැන්සර් හොඳලාට ඒක බණ්ඩන් කරේ නැත්තම් කනවා රජකයන්. කරන්නේ දෙන්න එක. කාසකස්තාන් කොල්ල ගා. ඉතින් අහන්නේ ඉතින්. ඒක ඔක්කොම ඒකට දිවිලා. අරුගේ පන්තියේ මේට් එක තමයි මාසෙ කොල්ල එක. මුගේ මාසෙ අපේ මේ මාසෙ දෙක වෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ ඊට හාල් දෙන්නේ.
Check.
වයස අවුරුදු 22කින් පහළ සහ කනිෂ්ඨ ආසියානු බොක්සින් තරගමාලාවේ 3 වන දිනේ තරග කටයුතු අපේසේ නිමාවට පත් කරන්නේ අතිශය උද්වේගකර තරග 10ක් අද දවසේ පැවැත්වුණා. විශේෂයෙන්ම ශ්‍රී ලංකා ක්‍රීඩකයන් අතර තරග කළ අතරම එක් ක්‍රීඩකයෙකු අවස්ථාව සලසා ගන්නවා ඊළඟ තරග වටේ සඳහා තරග ප්‍රවිෂ්ඨය හිමි කර ගැනීම සඳහා. අප විශේෂයෙන් ඔබට සිහිපත් කරනවා අද දවසේදී මේ පැවැත්වුණු උද්වේගකර තරග වගේම හෙට දවසේ අතිශය උණුසුම් තරග රසක් දැක බලා ගැනීම අවස්ථාව ඔබට තිබෙනවා. අපි පියවුඩ් ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඔස්සේ ඔබට මේ තරග සියල්ලේ උණුසුම ගෙනෙන අතරතුරේ අප යලිත් ඔබට ආරාධනා කරනවා විශේෂයෙන්ම ශ්‍රී ලංකා ක්‍රීඩකයන් 33 දෙනෙකු ඉතිහාසයේ වැඩිම මෙවන් කනිෂ්ඨ තරග මාලාවක තරග කරන ක්‍රීඩකයන් ප්‍රමාණය මේ තරග මාලාව තුළ ක්‍රීඩා කරන නිසා ඔබ මේ සුගතදාස ගෘහස්ත ක්‍රීඩාගාරයට ළඟා විය හැකි දුරක සිටිනවා නම් එන්න මේ ක්‍රීඩාගාරයට නොමිලේ ඔබට තරග නැරඹීම සඳහා අවස්ථාව ලබා දී තිබෙනවා. ඔබ මේ සමස්ත තරගමාලාව වයස අවුරුදු 22න් පහළ සහ කනිෂ්ඨ තරගමාලාව ශ්‍රී ලංකාවට ආසියානු මට්ටම තුළ වසර 57කට පසු සත්කාරකත්වයේ ලැබෙන අවස්ථාවක්. එයත් සුවිශේෂයි. ඒ වගේම ශ්‍රී ලංකා ක්‍රීඩකවන්ට ඔබ ලබා දෙන්න වූ ශක්තියත් අතිශයින්ම වැදගත් වෙනවා මේ තරගමාලාව තුළ. ඒ නිසා අපි ඔබ සියලුම දෙනාට ආරාධනා කරනවා හෙට දවසේ විශේෂයෙන්ම මේ සුගතදාස ගෘහස්ත ක්‍රීඩාගාරයට ළඟා විය හැකි දුරක ඔබ සිටිනවා නම් ඒ තරඟ වින්දනය කරන්නට ඇසින්දුටු සාක්ෂිකරුවන් වන්නට වගේම ශ්‍රී ලංකා ක්‍රීඩිකාවන් දිරිගන්වන්නට මේ ක්‍රීඩාගාරයට එන්න කියලා. දැන් අද දවසේ තරඟ කටයුතු නිමවන අතරතුරේම විශේෂයෙන් අප සූදානම් වනවා තවත් විශේෂිත කතාබහක් සඳහා. ධම්මික ඒ සඳහා සූදානමින් සිටින්නේ. ඒ සඳහා අවස්ථාව අප සලසා ගන්නට බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. අප කලින් ඔබට මතක් කළා වගේම මේ තරඟමාලාව නැත්නම් වයස අවුරුදු 22කින් පහළ සහ කනිෂ්ඨ ආසියානු බොක්සින් තරඟමාලාව විශේෂයෙන් ශ්‍රී ලංකා බොක්සින් සම්මේලනයේ සංවිධානය කරනු ලබන්නේ ආසියානු බොක්සින් සම්මේලනයේ සහ අන්තර්ජාතික බොක්සින් සම්මේලනයේ සියලුම නීති රීතීන්ට අනුව සහ ඔවුන්ගේ පූර්ණ අධීක්ෂණය යටතේ. විශේෂයෙන්ම අන්තර්ජාතික බොක්සින් සම්මේලනයේ ප්‍රධාන ලේකම්තුමන් සහ ප්‍රධාන විධායක නිලධාරීතුමන් මේ සියලු කටයුතු නිරීක්ෂණය කරනවා. ඒ වගේම ආසියානු බොක්සින් සම්මේලනයේ නිලධාරීන් මේ සියල්ල නිරීක්ෂණය කරමින් මේ තරඟමාලාව ශ්‍රී ලංකා බොක්සින් සම්මේලනයේ සංවිධානය කරන ආකාරය සහ සමස්ත ක්‍රියාවලිය සිදුවන ආකාරය අධීක්ෂණය කරමින් සිටින්නේ. අප විශේෂයෙන් සිහිපත් කළ යුතුමයි ශ්‍රී ලංකා බොක්සින් සම්මේලනයේ සුවිශේෂ කාර්යභාරයක් ඉටු කළා මේ තරඟමාලාව සංවිධානය කරද්දී. ඒ වගේම අපට පියෝර් ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ලෙසින් ඔබ සියලුම දෙනාට නිවහනේ සිට මේ සියල්ලේ අසිරිය විඳින්නට අවස්ථාව සලසා දෙන්නට අවස්ථාව ලැබුණා. අප මේ සියල්ල ඔබට සිහිපත් කරන අතරතුරේ ධම්මික සූදානමින් ඉන්නවා තවත් විශේෂිත කතාබහක් සඳහා. අපි ධම්මිකට අවස්ථාව සලසා දෙමු. විශේෂයෙන්ම මේ අවස්ථාවට සහභාගී වන සුවිශේෂයෙන් දෙදෙනෙකු සමගයි ඔහු කතා කරන්නට බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ.
Thank you, Priya. It was an enthralling day of boxing here at Sugatdasa Indoor Stadium. And we have a couple of very, very important personalities to joining us to share their ideas, to share their thoughts about this wonderful venture. First of all, we have Mr. Aziz Kasambetov. He's the president of Asian Boxing Confederation. Welcome, Aziz. Tell us, how does it exactly feels like to bringing this sort of venture down to Colombo?
Yes, thank you. I'm very happy to be here at long last. I would like to thank for all the parties who were involved in making this event happen in Sri Lanka. Yes, I'm not only me, most of my colleagues here for the first time in Sri Lanka. So they are very happy. Hospitality level is very high. We see that Sri Lanka knows how to receive the guests, and everything is over expectation. So everything is being done not as per the articles of the host city agreement, but from the heart of Mr. Anar Bandara, the president of Boxing Association of Sri Lanka. Yes, he's doing it. Everything is properly and with all his heart, and we feel it, and we like it, and we are grateful for that.
Expanding the horizon, popularizing the game, with the intervention of Asian Boxing Confederation, reaching the region for the first time. What's your thoughts on expanding the game?
Yes, that's good that Sri Lanka is hosting this event. Especially, this event is coincided with, there is a word called perfect storm, right? So many federations couldn't come here because of the conflicts in their region, okay? For instance, Yemen, there is an ongoing war. Palestine boxers, they could not join us because they couldn't leave the country. And also Pakistan and India, finally they have ceasefire, okay? So they are here. So we were thinking that they might not come. So, this is South Asian region, yes, and boxing is developing here. India, you know, it's a strong country, but they sent here a team, and Pakistan also were not participating in Asian and IBA events. Now they are participating, and Sri Lanka is now. We see that there are very good boxers also. They are showing themselves. When they are at home, we see that they fight like the warriors, you know, real true warriors, and we see that if small support, these guys will reach the top level, okay, international level. So we are very glad to organize this championship in this area. Last edition of this championship was held in Central Asia, in Kazakhstan, and here it's in South Asia. Now here many vice presidents, presidents of the federations are here. They are also showing interest to host this event in their countries next year. So everything is on a high level. Venue, ring, lighting system, even media. We for the first time see PO Sports, and we see that you are very serious, organization, channel, right? So sports organization. So we are grateful.
These boxers, they represent the future of Asia. How excited are you, having seen the skills, the tenaciousness, and the technique of these boxers on display?
So everybody should admit now that Asia is the strongest confederation of IBA, within IBA, okay, International Boxing Association. Last Olympics showed it. Last World Championships are proving it. So in our continent we have strong countries like Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, India, who are leading countries in the world. So everybody admits. But now we see that boxers are, improving, showing very good level of boxing, and we are happy, and we don't want to stop on this. We want to reach the next level. So I think Asia is the future of boxing.
How happy you were about the arrangements, Sri Lankans, arranging a tournament of this scale? Never, one set of challenges to face. I thought the Association for Sri Lanka has done a fantastic job.
Yes, I want to extend on behalf of Asian Boxing Confederation, firstly to the Ministry of Sport, and then Boxing Association of Sri Lanka. So my friends, Mr. Anar, President, and Mr. Taranga Pereira, Secretary General. These guys are new in the federation, but they are working like, they've been here for a long time, so very experienced. Mr. Anar, we were in touch with him on the phone. There were sometimes possibility that this championship might be postponed, but he showed bravery, yes, and he did all his best. What I understood, he keeps his word. So what myself value in people, that if they keep their word, yes, it's possible to work with such person. So congratulations, you have a good leader in the Boxing Association of Sri Lanka. After this championship, I'm sure the boxing level of Sri Lanka will grow bigger, and I hope in the coming Asian Games or Asian Championships, IBA events or Olympic Games, we will see more Sri Lankan boxers.
But that's the whole point. Thank you so much for your valuable time to share your valuable thoughts. That's Mr. Aziz Kasambetov, the President of Asian Boxing Confederation.
ප්‍රකාශ කළේ මේ තරගමාලාව සංවිධානය කිරීම සහ ඒ තරගමාලාව පිළිබඳව විශේෂයෙන්ම ආසියානු බොක්සින් සම්මේලනය අතිශයින් තෘප්තිමත් බව, ඒ වගේම ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ක්‍රීඩකාවන් ඉතාමත් හොඳින් වර්ධනය වෙමින් තිබෙන බව අන්තර්ජාතික බොක්සින් ක්‍රීඩාව තුළ ඔහු පිළිගත්තා සහ එය ඉතාමත් සතුටක් බවත් එතුමන් ප්‍රකාශයට පත් කළා. අන්තර්ජාතික මට්ටම තුළ ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ බොක්සිං ක්‍රීඩාව ඉතාමත් හොඳින් හිසෝසුමින් සිටින බවට කදිම සාක්ෂියක් ආසියානු බොක්සිං සම්මේලනයේ සභාපතිතුමන් අප ඉදිරියේ මෙසේ ප්‍රකාශයට පත් කළේ. දැන් අද දවසේ තරඟ කටයුතු නිමාවට පත් වී තිබෙන්නේ තුන්වන දිනේ තරඟ නිමාවට පත් වන අතරතුරේම අප විශේෂයෙන් මතක් කරනවා ඔබට හෙට දවසේදී SLT Mobitel Pure Sports පූර්ණ දායකත්වයේ සපයනවා හෙට දවසේදී සමස්ත තරඟාවලියේ තරඟ තොරතුරු ඔබට සමීප කරන්නට. ඒ නිසා අපි ඔබ සියලුම දෙනාට ආරාධනා කරනවා හෙට දහවල් 12:30ට යලිත් සජීවව අපහා මුණ ගැහෙන්නට හෙට දවසේ නැත්නම් සිවුවන දිනේ තරඟ තොරතුරු සජීවව දැක බලා ගැනීම සඳහා. ඒ අතරතුරම අප ඔබ සියලුම දෙනාට දැන් ආරාධනා කරනවා අද දවසේ උදෑසන සිට පැවතුණු තරඟවල විශේෂ අවස්ථාවන් නරඹන්නට. ඒ සඳහා ඔබට ආරාධනා කරමිනුයි අප සුගතදාස ගෘහස්ත ක්‍රීඩාගාරයේ සිට සමුගන්නේ හෙට දහවල් 12:30ට සජීවව යලිත් ඔබව මුණ ගැසීමේ බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්න.
Packed with nutritional grains for dynamic youth, giving you energy and high protein at any time of the day. Malaban Nutrifix cereal bars, the energy style for the youth lifestyle. Packed with nutritional grains for dynamic youth, giving you energy and high protein at any time of the day. Malaban Nutrifix cereal bars, the energy style for the youth lifestyle.
TV, the best on demand entertainment.
Packed with nutritional grains for dynamic youth, giving you energy and high protein at any time of the day. Malaban Nutrifix cereal bars, the energy style for the youth lifestyle.
ආදරය සිනහස සොයා යන පවුලේ සැමට එකට සිට නැරඹිය හැකි චිත්‍රපටයක්. වසරේ අත්හළ නොහැකි සිනමා නිර්මාණය.
Packed with nutritional grains for dynamic youth, giving you energy and high protein at any time of the day. Malaban Nutrifix cereal bars, the energy style for the youth lifestyle.
ඔබ කැමතිම වැඩසටහන් දැන් අත ළඟටම. දැන්ම Bio Mobile app එක